there is a bridge, obviously, to what earlier was called a genius. In the 19th century, they were really much into genius.
Mm-hmm.
What is a genius? What is needed to be a genius? Can you say something about that, so that there's a kind of a cultural?
Yeah. Well, I think basically the mistake that I think humanity has made across the board is an overemphasis on individuality. See? It's like a wave getting all excited, like, I'm a wave, I'm a frothy wave, forget the ocean, I'm a wave, the wave is just an expression of the ocean. And the wave had a beginning in time, will have an end in time. Better that the wave gives all the credit to the ocean, because that's where the credit belongs, you see. So, personally, I don't know. I don't know if I'm an aberration, if I have brain damage or something, but I don't have much of a feeling of myself. I don't really find anything there particularly. If I'm called upon to teach or to talk to you, an activation starts, a kind of, a thing starts, and then there's a flavor that comes with that vibrating that I guess has a kind of Arjuna flavor attached to it, which maybe doesn't happen in quite the same way with anybody else. And some people would say, thank God, that this is limited to just this one guy. But if I'm not vibrating, or if the vibrating's not happening, I don't really experience myself as anything. There's just like nothing there, it's just empty. It's not empty suggests like a container. I mean, it's like the sky, So if I'm at home, not called upon in some way to create, it's funny because after just a few days, it can almost feel like being depressed, because there's no sense of any purpose. Or I used to have my kids, I was raising my kids, I was very much involved in that, but now they're grown. Mm-hmm. So if I'm at home for a few days, right? And many people say this, that actually a man in particular needs a sense of mission. Relationship will not be enough. He needs a sense of somebody needing something from him in order to actually activate the current. So when we speak about a genius, personally I feel it's a mistake. I would say that there is the creative intelligence that gives us all life, which is universal, which is like the ocean out of which waves are made, that is genius. Mm-hmm. That is universally creative and intelligent. As a human being, you have this possibility of a sort of psychologically suicidal choice, right? To get out of the way, to disappear. You have a choice to unplug the importance of me as significant or important. And ironically, when you unplug the importance of me or my pleasure or my money or my status, something starts to flow through you which is infinitely more blissful and satisfying than any grasping for pleasure could be. And there's a reward you get that is way beyond money. I do this thing, my kind of gig is I founded a coaching school, and that's what takes up about at least 80% of my time is attending to this school that trains coaches. And I don't get paid for it. I don't take a salary. Mm-hmm. Running a coaching school is quite a high overhead. You need a lot of people to make videos and upload them and da. So I choose not to take a salary. The whole thing runs more smoothly if there's not an extra salary required. So other people get a salary. I don't get a salary. I do get paid for individual coaching, but that takes much less of my time. Mm-hmm. And that's how I pay my bills, you see. Mm-hmm. But I don't actually get paid for my main work. And I recently had a chat with John Mackey, who founded Whole Foods, and he's the same. I don't know if you know about Whole Foods. It's the biggest natural food grocery chain in the world. $17 billion a year turnover. He doesn't take any money. He doesn't take any salary, bonuses, or stock options. Nothing. He doesn't take money out for himself. And he lives quite simply. I believe that the guy who founded Gaiam was the same way. I haven't heard of him lately. But there are a lot of CEOs now, or visionaries, who found something and choose to not take money as a kind of an overt statement that being able to steward this is my reward. I don't need financial reward as well. Being able to have my life be about this is a reward in itself. You see.